honor to be the one that's welcoming everybody. I know it's a heartfelt time for a lot of the other Indian nations that are in attendance today. We have a lot of hard feelings about the past and what happened to the children and stuff. And I always been humble to that since that news happened. It's an event that made me realize that concretely that we're a vulnerable people, and if we don't look after one another, and stick together in the future, it's going to get a lot harder. So, people put their hard feelings aside about the bad that happened to us in the past, and forgive the other people that did it to us, and move forward. I talked to a lot of people that caused these things to us, and they are sorry for their ancestors, and they're sorry for what their grandpas and great grandfathers and grandmothers did to us. So those people, I know for myself, I forgive them, but there's a chance that they can help us now. They're here to help, and those that are not here to help, they can go away, But the ones that are here and the ones that are going to be in attendance in the future, hopefully are here in sincerity. And I said this in the last talk in some weeks back, that these little children, they were the first ones in the trenches to help us fight this battle. And I always said that it wasn't for them waking us up, like Archie Patrick said in the previous talk. It wasn't for them that sacrificed their little lives. They were the first soldiers that made us aware of our bad times. So it's up to us to try to move forward with that hurt. And I know there's a lot of pain. There's going to be a lot of tears. This is not over. I've heard stories about Manitoba now, and I'm sure there's going to be more. Jim Hobart is the chief of the Spuzum Salish Nation. He sends his regards to all our people here, and he wished he could be here too. He's been a friend for half my life, and a good person. They're going through the same thing, and heartfelt times, and some of their people come home in a box. Some never come home in a box. Some we're still missing, and it just goes to show the reaches of this devastation of this. Keep in mind today also that this is about healing. Don't use this platform for politics today. We have dignitaries here and other people we got Rio Tinto Alcan, for example, here. They're just wanting to learn, and they're wanting to see the hate that was bestowed onto us in the past. I met some of them yesterday. Seemed like a good bunch of people so far, but that's okay. Don't give them too much of the gears today. I tenderized them yesterday for you already, so they're seemingly good people. So we'll see where that goes. Try not to use this for a political platform. This is about the children that have died, and this is about us being a better people in the future. This is about us going forward. This is not about getting even. It's about collaboration and working with industry and working with all kinds of people. And we want to use these children to help us heal and to help us be a better people, and to perhaps maybe give us an advantage to have a nice, solid economic base for our people. With that, I'm not going to tie up too much of your time. With that, I'd like to close this, but keep in mind this is about other people's hurt. Myself, I hardly suffered through these things, but I know my dad and George here, and others really suffered when they attended here. And their pain was way worse than what we went through. We just breezed through the tail end of it. And for those, I'm wearing a shirt today. It's all our deceased elders. I'm wearing that shirt. We got everybody here. George's family's in there, and my dad, and old Spike Green, etc. They're all in here. And I needed that power today to make this talk. So trying to get these guys to help me today. So I didn't wear the orange shirt, but I wore the old timers here. So those people are with me right now making this talk to you. So some of their words are coming through me right now. I feel it. So thank you very much. Love one another. I love you all. Bye.
Thank you, Edgar. Tanis?
Junior.
That's okay, I go by that.
I just gave you the name.
Hadi, I'm really happy to see everyone here today. I'll try and speak loudly. Sorry for the people up front, but I know that the people in the back are having a little hard time hearing, so I'll try and speak as clearly as I can and loudly. So, first of all, I want to honor the original people of this territory, our ancestors. I want to remember that we always honor the rightful owners of this land and this territory, and appreciate how many thousands of years they survived in this territory and thrived in this territory, and appreciate how our ancestors lived. And I want to honor the residential school survivors. Many of them have passed on before us, and especially the people who went to residential schools and the people who passed on before us who are unnamed. Some of them we know, but many of them we do not know. And we want to pay respect to them today and honor them. Because like Junior said earlier, we have to honor them. My grandmother once told me that the smallest clan in our community is not the weakest clan, because that clan protected us for many, many years. So sometimes the people who do not survive are the ones who protected us in many ways. And we honor them because they didn't deserve that, and we didn't deserve many things. Our families and our communities didn't deserve any of that. And we know that, but I'm very proud of my people. I'm very proud of all the residential school survivors who stood up and said for so many years that it was wrong what happened to them, and made it clear that they didn't want this to ever happen again to any child. And the many people who say every child matters, because it's so true, every child matters. These types of crimes against humanity cannot happen, and we do have to remember that. We do have to make sure that any of this kind of business doesn't continue on. And I want to thank the Carrier-Sakani Family Services for stepping up to help with this event for the next 3 days, because it was pretty amazing when we first found out about the 215 remains of children that were found in Kamloops. Many people volunteered and came out here to help us to be together and to just have some peace, have some time together and to just acknowledge everything that goes along with that. And then so many people were there, and so many people needed to talk and needed to heal and needed to do things, and we knew that it had to more things had to happen here for our people and for our communities, and even the non-Indigenous people who come out to be with us during this time. And Nadleh went and phoned around, and CSFS stood up and helped right away, and they wanted to be here to help us for the next 3 days. So thank you so much to everyone. And I just want to sing a prayer song before I finish. Tabehunzu, o yagista tabehunzu, indakanzu, o yagista tabehunzu, danikatalen dakelt gana tabeanzu, tabehunzu, o yagesta tabehunzu, da chananzu, o yagesta tabehunzu, danikatelen dakelgana tabeanzu, tabesaanzu, o yagesta tabehunzu, danikatelen dakelgana tabeanzu, tabehunzu, o yagesta tabehunzu, snatchal ya yagesta.
Masai Tanis. Tanis Zakaze, Skyze, Masai no das DJ what's up deal. The Tabi these tights and what what's Jen no Tanin deal can in Nito, Tenatedly ni the Jack no handle, no Helnidla, no Z, Edward's son, so duck nature's delta when he at then duck deal shot. Like the Kamloops would in any way Messiah but a destiny, the was 215 ni years nebindly so the an how we built tell it will add and the at the end the genuine cattle chaw tak the deal zat Nadleh Stellat'en Messiah have a destiny abakaya the at the end tak shot. So ladies and gentlemen, chiefs, children of hereditary chiefs, I'd like to thank you for coming to attend this event. It's an event that is really important and has re-triggered many feelings of trauma related to the residential schools as a result of the 215 children what were found at the Kamloops Nation Indian Residential School. And that has really sparked some of the hurts and feelings that many survivors have suffered and continue to suffer, but yet are on their healing journey. It also sparked attention not only nationally in Canada, but worldwide. And I think our story as Indigenous people is finally being heard here in Canada. And it's really important for all of you as Indigenous people from each of the nations in Canada to embrace this opportunity to let go of the hurts and the healing that needs to take place in many of our communities today. I think we all know that the government did respond to this by issuing a commission, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, chaired by Justice Murray Sinclair, and that has several recommendations and provides a framework toward healing for many, many Canadians across this country. And this is one of our responses to the fact that the 215 little children were not buried properly. Their graves were unidentified. And to me, that's an atrocity in itself, big time. Our elders always remind us that children are a sacred gift. As such, we need to ensure that children are provided the safe space to grow intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually. And that is what our job is today, to move forward. We did get many calls from some of the survivors, and they wanted to have some kind of event so that they could let go some of their hurts. And as such, we have this 3-day session, and we have 4 fires signifying, 4 sacred fires signifying the 4 directions, the 4 colors that we abide by. So with that, I thank you again. And in terms of, I know it's not political, the first 2 days is going to be strictly healing, and Rhoda will be providing an overview of the events that are going to be transpiring, and day 3 there will be dignitaries providing some speeches for the closing event and ceremony. So next is Marilyn Jensen, who is from Nadleh, who is the Director of Mental Wellness at Carissa County Family Services. She will provide you with an overview of the residential school system. Marilyn?